I'm delighted that Hadi Choopan finally won. For me, he could have won 2019.
Yep.
You know, he could have, you know, we'll be a threat in 2021. I mean, you know, you give the argument. So for me to see him win, I'm delighted for him. Yeah, second place, Derek. Look, I said this before in the podcast with Flex Lewis. He says, "Can he win?" I said, "Of course he can win. I mean, he has a God-given shape that how many people has that V taper?" I said, "Front double biceps, back double biceps cannot be touched. Even though from a back he is a different person. A back is untouchable. V taper, the side leg glutes, thickness, width, everything. He beat Hadi Choopan in back double biceps, and the last spread possibly. From the front, it's still. He told me, don't ever call me a baby muscles, right? Because you know what I was when I just said the baby muscle, his chest, shoulders, arms, and abs are not sharp, not straight.
Well, not as sharp as Hadi.
Yeah.
And he's gonna
Not
stop.
just as Hadi.
He's gonna stop doing the crab. He's
Yeah.
wide.
I mean,
he needs to stay
nothing
wide.
happens, right?
Right.
You know, nothing happens.
Right.
But even abs were not sharp and deep.
No.
So if he would have that detail, then he would leave nothing for judges to possibly penalize him.
Yep.
Third, Nick Walker. Okay. Yeah. People's choice and all this stuff. You just tell me, does he has a better body than Samson Deuda?
No, but I'm gonna stick up for him.
Yeah.
He's a lot sharper than Samson.
Like,
Through the midsection, he's his arms, his rear double. He's
that sharpness means winning
more
over somebody.
apparent.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Honestly, I was so far back that I couldn't really judge.
Okay.
You know,
Well, I
and
wasn't
the prejudging,
far
I was there from the front. But again, you know, for me, it's still bodybuilding contest, most complete, most balanced. You know, big enough, thick enough. You know, so you know, if I'm a judge, there would be no contest between Nick and I wouldn't even put them together.
Well, here's
So
the
you
thing
go
with
over there,
Samson.
you go over here.
Samson went from way out there
Yeah.
to a superstar.
Yes.
So that was a win for him.
Yes.
But I agree with the placing. I agree with Nick because Nick was polished in drier and in you know certain shots just worked for him. A rear double, Samson still needs. He's so big structurally that he can come off almost lanky at 290 pounds.
Okay, so this is the thing. I couldn't say it publicly. He was 294.6 pounds.
Right, I
Depleted.
bet. What? Yeah.
294, we put it on
294.
4.6.
I believe it.
Yeah, so if I would say this, right, before the contest, we said he cannot possibly be in shape. So I wasn't allowed to say it. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe
Even
it.
though I'm going to tell you this, even in the last year, you guess everybody's weight pretty accurately.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look that heavy.
No.
Yeah,
He's,
but he is that heavy. So he
six-
steps on the scale like, oh, Jesus Christ, you know, where is this coming from? But listen, I mean, he's putting continuously 10, 15 pounds. And imagine 10, 15 more pounds a year for next year, especially now with the wind in his wings and being so inspired. Okay, Big Ramy.
what about Brandon?
Brandon. Was Brandon ever in Olympia condition?
I've never seen him shredded, ever.
Please watch his posing routine. And I said that. I'll pay you if you find a one separation on his quads. One.
No, I said
Okay,
the same
pay attention.
thing. I said
I
the
mean,
same thing.
so how can you do that? I mean,
I
and just
thought he
get away
was
with it?
10 to 15 pounds too heavy.
Shoulders. At least sometimes you can see feathers on his shoulders. You can see shit. Chest, you know, so let's say beautiful aesthetics, V-taper, front double biceps. I mean, silhouette, when you see it, who can beat that guy, right? But hey, I'm vocal about it. That's not conditioning for Olympia. And then Big Ramy, yes, it was quite a shocker. I was front row when he came out initially. That's why I asked you for your opinion.
Yeah.
Because that was Mr. Olympia for me coming out. The first contact with the audience, it was just overwhelming. Like, Jesus Christ, right? But then
Then he started hitting poses.
yeah, but he initially I really thought, okay, he got it. And then when they called him out in comparisons, I was just so locked in on Samson that I didn't really watch. And then you're the first one that told me that he was off, and that his arms or triceps was not there, and a couple of other things. I didn't notice, but when somebody dominates 2 years and he just on the merits of being so much bigger, so much wider, so he's just as big, just as wide. I didn't know the judges are not going to accept him this year.
Question for both of you. The problems that Ramy seems to be having with his physique, the lower lats seem to have gone atrophied. His arms, triceps seem to be flat. Those big scooped out holes on his quads. Are these things he can fix and come back and maybe get the title back? Or is this the end of Ramy as ever being Mr. Olympia again?
Okay, let me go first. I don't think he's going to come back. I mean, really, because the lat insertions were not there and something is happening, it's not going to be there, right? So that was his weakness. Now there was something with the triceps, and that's also not fixable, right? He went down to the fifth. Remember, from 2013 until 2017, he was 2020 when he won first time. He was potential, but never really delivered. So finally delivered, but now he's going back into where he was before, placing 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th,
I actually had a doctor friend of mine who watched the wrap up last night when we spoke about his tricep and his lat, and she texted me today and said, I'm familiar with this, and said that it's a C6 and a C8 vertebrae issue, but they're both connected to the tricep and the lat, and that it's going to be very difficult to come back from. And if he does, he's not going to come back from it while lifting heavy poundages.
Wow.
So it is. Go ahead.
Do you remember Ronnie's lat and his tricep in 2005?
It's same thing.
Same thing with it was the back.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's a neck issue, vertebrae issue that at 36 years old, lifting heavy weights, he's not going to be able to come back from that.